Hello students of class 9. I am Chain Chaudhary from Mahatma Gandhi Shikshan Sansthan and going to teach you English. Today I am going to start 4th chapter of your book Beehive, and the name of the chapter is A Truly Beautiful Mind. This chapter is related to Albert Einstein. Let us see what is written in the text, as I have given you the summary and outline of the story earlier. Today I am going to start text. A truly beautiful mind. Before you read, it is written. Who do you think of when you hear the word genius? Who is a genius? What qualities do you think a genius has? We shall now read about a young German civil servant who took the world by storm about 100 years ago. In the summer of 1905, the 26-year-old published in quick succession 4 groundbreaking papers about light, the motion of particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies, and energy. These were the 4th groundbreaking papers. His work took up only a few pages in scientific journal, but changed forever our understanding of space, time, and entire cosmos, and transformed the name Einstein into a synonym for genius. 50 years after his death, Albert Einstein's genius still regains. Let us start the first paragraph. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in the German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. In the first paragraph, there is a description of Albert Einstein, who was born on 14th March 1879 in the German city of Ulm, without taking any indication that one day he would become a great person. On the contrary, on the other hand, his mother thought Albert was a freak, unusual person who doesn't behave, look or think like others. They are called freak, because Albert Einstein's head was much too large. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. Normally, children used to start talking at the age of 1.5, but when Albert Einstein was 2.5, he still wasn't talking. And when he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. He started stammering. Einstein didn't know what to do with other children. As he was an abnormal child, and his playmates called him brother boring. That's why. Because he was unusual, he didn't know how to play, how to behave, how to act, how to react with other children. So his playmates called him brother boring. And that's why youngster played by himself much of the time. Otto Nyogaward, who was the historian of ancient mathematics, told a story about the boy Einstein that he characterizes as a legend. But that seems fairly authentic. As he was a late talker, his parents were worried. At last, at the supper table one night, he broke his silence to say, "The soup is too hot." Greatly relieved, his parent asked why he had never said a word before. After that, Albert Einstein replied, "Because up to now everything was in order. That's why I didn't say anything." So he used to play by himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. Although children used to play with several toys, but Albert Einstein loved especially mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister Maja, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" This shows that he didn't know that the newborn child was his sister. He knew as if it was a mechanical toy. Headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. This was said by a headmaster. Seeing the attitude activity of Einstein, he said that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6. When Albert Einstein was 6 years old, he started playing the violin because his mother wanted him to, as it was the desire of his mother. He later became a gifted amateur. Amateur is the person who performs anything for his own satisfaction, for personal enjoyment. Amateur and professional. Professional are the people who perform to earn money, but amateur are the person doing something for personal enjoyment. So he became a gifted amateur violinist and maintaining this skill throughout his life. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old and scored good marks in almost every subject. This was that he was not a bad student. He was a good student. That's why he scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school regimentation. Regimentation, order of discipline, taken to an extreme. Albert Einstein didn't like hard and fast discipline of that school. That's why often clashed with his teachers. Due to this, at the age of 50, Einstein felt so stifled, unable to breathe, suffocated, that he left the school for good. Due to that strict regimentation, Albert Einstein felt suffocated and left the school. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. When Albert Einstein's parents moved to Milan, they left Einstein with his relatives. After a long discussion, Einstein got his wish. He became able to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland. Switzerland was a city which was more liberal than Munich. That's why he expressed his desire that he wanted to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics. And after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. But science was not the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with a walrus mustache. Walrus mustache, when mustache starts growing in short amount, that is called walrus mustache. So, only science was not the subject in which he was interested. He was also interested in another thing. And that thing appealed to the dashing young man, Albert Einstein. After completing this part, we will continue next part next day. Thanking all of you. Have a nice day.